On your special wedding day, you want to look ethereal and beautiful and just like that blushing bride that you've always dreamed of. So you can, with these easy steps on how to apply an ethereal glow to the skin, a nice flush to the cheek, and that perfect long-wearing lip color that'll last all through your wedding, through kisses and toasts and everything. So these are the easy steps you want to do for your wedding. First, it's all about creating that nice highlighted face. So we're going to carmindize the face, but instead of a normal highlighter, we're using an opal color. And this opalescent highlight creates that beautiful, radiant, blushing glow that looks so amazing. Look at that. It's like an oil and water effect. So it's really pretty on the skin. This is what creates that etherealness, that kind of radiance that you want on your special wedding day. And we're using everything just a little bit heavier than normal because you are going to be photographed, there might be video cameras, and you want this look to stand up against lights and also to last all through that wonderful evening. So we're also going to apply this underneath the eyebrow, again carmindizing the face using this opal shade. And if you have dark skin, don't worry, there's shades in the app for you, in the Carmindy app. Usually the rule of thumb for the wedding look is opal colors look beautiful on light and medium skin, and then you get more of a kind of a sunset gold as you get darker. Now we're going to also apply this right on the inside corner of the eye, just right in that little V area, that inside tear duct. And see, it's like really ethereal. It's really beautiful. It's a very unique highlight, but it's your wedding day, so you should be a little bit different and unique. Okay, so now it's time to define the eyes, and we're using a waterproof gel eyeliner pencil. And we're using this in chocolate brown. And you know I said waterproof because you don't know if you're going to start crying when you're walking down the aisle, so we want to make sure that it stays put. And I'm putting it on in small little dashes, a little bit thicker than I normally would. And the reason why is, again, you're going to be photographed, so you want things to be a little bit more intense. So I'm taking this angle brush and smoothing on top of that liner, creating a perfect line. And we're just winging it out ever so slightly. And now we're going to follow to the other side. And again, think about the fact that you might cry, so I want you to use the waterproof eyeliner and waterproof mascara as well. And make sure that your bridesmaids and everyone else is wearing waterproof too, because you don't know if you're going to get emotional or not. Okay, so smooth over that liner with the angle brush. And don't worry if you've made a mistake. You could always take a fine-tipped concealer brush, dipped in a little concealer foundation, and clean up under the area. That happens a lot. You can just clean it up. If you've made a smudge or you've made a mistake, it's really easy. This is what a lot of makeup artists do. We're not perfect every time either. It's just very simple to clean up like so. Okay, so now it's time to bring in some eyeshadow, and we're using a really pretty kind of this kind of pinkish beige chiffon shade. It's really beautiful. It's very soft because, again, it's your wedding and you want to be soft and pretty. You don't want to be overwhelmed. A lot of women act like their wedding is a Broadway production, and they go crazy with their makeup. They wear hair that they never normally wear, and they walk down the aisle not even looking like themselves. And a lot of times their guy is sitting there thinking, who's that? You know, so you want to look like yourself, just a very beautiful, ethereal version of yourself. Okay, so now we have that nice soft chiffon shadow across the lid, and it's time to bring in a darker shade, the contour shade. This is my quartz palette, and this is kind of a burgundy brown, and we're sweeping this with a dome shadow brush just right into the crease, giving the eyes a little bit of depth, and it's just creating that perfect eye for your wedding, because it's all about him staring into your eyes and saying, I do. So once you get that crease color in there, I always like to take my highlight brush that I applied the highlight with and just sweep over just to make sure everything's nice and blended and smoothed into the skin. See how it's looking electric already? Just amazing. So now we're going to take that same contour shade that we put into the crease, and we're going to smudge that under the lower lash line for a soft contour under there. We don't want to use pencil. Pencil's too harsh. This is just the right amount of shadow to make yourself look defined without being overdone. Yet it's going to stand up to lights, camera, everything that goes on in your wedding. So we're going to take your little magic eraser, which is your little sponge that has a little foundation on it, and just clean up all the areas. Make sure you don't have any shadow in your brows. You don't want them to look dusty. And now we're ready for waterproof mascara. And yes, you definitely need waterproof mascara on your wedding day. So really get in there. And a lot of women ask me if they should wear false lashes on their wedding day. And as long as you have waterproof glue, then you're in good shape. But otherwise, it might be a little too much for you. I always suggest trying them on for like a girls' night out and see if you like them, see if you can wear them, see if you can even apply them. It takes a little practice. But for this wedding look, I'm not using false lashes. It's really more about the glowy skin and the long-wearing lip and that blushing cheek. Okay, so we're taking our time with the lashes, getting each and every lash. And now you want to get the bottoms as well. Very important because we want the definition on top and bottom lashes for your wedding. And now it's time to create that blushing bride look. So we're using a big fluffy powder brush and an ethereal pink blush. And smile and start swirling on the apples and go back to the hairline. And this just keeps that cheek defined and pink and pretty and blushing, your blushing bride cheek. And I always like using shades of pink, no matter what the skin tone. Lighter pinks for light skin, and then you go darker pinks for darker skin. But it's really just about that romantic look, those romantic floral, beautiful shades for your wedding day. Okay, so now we've got that perfect flushed cheek, and it's time for a long wearing lip because you're going to be toasting and kissing and probably out all night, let's hope, if it's a good wedding. You want to make sure that your lips are layered properly. So I always start off first with a nude lip pencil. Actually, this one's a little bit in the pink family because we are going to be using pinks. So kind of like a nudie pink. You don't want to go too straight up nude because then it's going to be a little dull. So this is a nudie pink. And I'm first tracing right along the natural line of the lips and then filling the lips in. And this is going to give color, a base color, so that even if your gloss wears off, if your lipstick wears off, this is going to stay put. And fill in the lips. And now it's time for my little trick, which is a highlighting trick, the same highlight that we used on the face. We are also going to trace along the lips. And the reason why is it gives your lips a nice full looking pout because the light captures that highlight and your lips look nice and full. And now it's time to bring in the lipstick. And we're using a really pretty pink lipstick. Again, we want floral, romantic, beautiful shades on your wedding day. And with these 3 layers and the highlight rimmed around your lips, this is actually going to last all day. Last is lip gloss, and we're using Playful Pink Lip Gloss. And voila, you're the perfect vision of a blushing bride. This is the greatest wedding look that you can try because it's soft, it's ethereal, and it's very romantic.